In this test, you'll go through 5 sections of multiple choice questions to figure out what your English level is. Your score will be based on the ACTFL guidelines for American English. The 5 levels are Novice, Intermediate, Advanced, Superior, and Distinguished. All you have to do is read each question and choose from the 3 answers provided. I'll give you 10 seconds to answer each question, but if you need a little bit more time, go ahead and pause the video. Just make sure to write down your score for each section, and at the end of the video, I'll tell you what your English level is. Let's get started. This car is bigger than the other one. These books are interesting. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. She is going to buy a new computer tomorrow. How much sugar do we need for the cake? I am very tired. She can swim very well. They played soccer last weekend. The cat is on the table. I'll meet you at 5 o'clock.
Write down your score for section 1.
She has finished her homework. He cut himself while cooking. I wanted to attend the party, but I was too tired. She carried on with the project, even though it was difficult. There were a few people at the concert. They were talking when I arrived. I enjoy swimming in the ocean. The man who sold us tickets was very friendly. It might rain later this afternoon. If it rains, we won't go to the park.
Write down your score for section 2.
It is essential that she arrive on time. She made a decision after considering all the options. He has been up to his ears with work lately, so he hasn't had much time to socialize. If she had been more careful, she wouldn't have made such a mess. It was the storm that caused the damage. You're coming to the party tonight, aren't you? The weather was terrible. However, we had a great time. She faced up to her fear of heights and went skydiving. The documents were signed by the manager yesterday. He asked me whether I'd seen his keys.
Write down your score for section 3.
No sooner had I stepped outside than it began to rain. The final decision will be made by the committee tomorrow. She decided to apply to the job despite her lack of experience. He managed to complete the project by the skin of his teeth. If she had known about the sale, she would have bought the dress at a discount. Realizing the consequences, he decided to take a different approach. She enjoys hiking in the mountains, swimming in the ocean, and hiking in forests. The house, which was built in the 19th century, is now a museum. She said she had already left when I called. I wish he were more supportive.
Write down your score for section 4.
Only if we work together can we solve this problem. Although she arrived on time, she wasn't able to find a seat. Despite her lack of formal training, she managed to excel in her career. The announcement came out of the blue and surprised everyone. A solution to the problem was found by the end of the meeting. This conference aims to promote understanding, encourage dialogue, and foster collaboration between cultures. He was highly qualified for the position. Nonetheless, he lacked the necessary experience. The new policy will take effect next week. As he had studied hard, he was confident about the exam. Because he received a promotion, he decided to buy a new car.
Write down your score for section 5.
Alright, so if you're still watching, it means you completed the test and now you're ready to figure out your English level. So let's do that. Here's what I want you to do. Take a look at your score for each section. If you got between 6 and 7 correct in section 1, that means you're comfortable with novice level grammar. If you got between 6 and 7 correct in section 2, you're comfortable with intermediate grammar. If you got between 6 and 7 correct in section 3, you are scoring at an advanced level. If you got between 6 and 7 correct in section 4, you're scoring at a superior level. And finally, if you scored between 6 and 7 in section 5, you are at the highest level, the distinguished level. So how did you do? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Believe it or not, even native speakers can struggle with some of the more advanced questions on this test. In fact, native speakers make grammar mistakes all the time. There's actually one mistake that they make so often, I had to make a video about it. So go ahead and watch this video to learn how native speakers always mix up you and I versus you and me.